So a crown voice that flows like water can change the world. Today we have with us Victoria Larsen, a model and an actress who's the Diva of Dubai. Victoria was crowned Miss Supranational Denmark 2024 and she's a modern ambassador of grace, purpose and confidence. Representing Denmark with pride beyond the crown, she stands for intelligence, cultural pride and meaningful impact. More than just being another beauty pageant winner, she's a voice for today's generation, balancing elegance with awareness and responsibility. Victoria is a spirit as brave as her heart, and her zest for life propels her through every endeavor with unwavering determination. So join us on this dialogue where grace flows, beauty shines, and confidence twinkles, just like water that reveals its magic in every ripple. Welcome to Waterlogues, and I am your host Priti Agarwal, a water sommelier. A very warm welcome to you, Victoria, on today's episode of Waterlogues.
Thank you so much for having me.
And you're looking gorgeous. And congratulations once again for being Miss Supranational Denmark 2024. So well deserved.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
So you come from a multiracial background with where you grew up with a blend of two distinct cultures, Indian and Danish. So do you believe that this kind of contributed in shaping your persona or maybe gave you that little edge over others, not only during the pageant, but even otherwise in your daily life?
I mean, definitely. I'm very grateful to have come from such a diverse background, multicultural upbringing. Having a Danish father and Indian mother, I mean, the worlds are so different. The dynamics are very different. But every country that you're in, whether it's in Europe or in Asia or wherever you are, you can learn so much from it. And Denmark has taught me so much about equality, sustainability. India, the vibrance, spirituality. I mean, both my parents have been such great teachers. They've taught me many different things. And so yes, it definitely has helped me in life, not just in pageantry, because it's taught me how to be able to connect with others from different upbringings. And it's not a one size fits all, right? It's not black and white. I mean, everything is different and you have to admire that beauty in the difference.
How beautiful. So tell me, when the crown comes out in the night, who's the real you? Tell us a little about yourself.
I would say that I'm the same person with and without the crown. But I'm a woman who's still learning and growing every single day. Something about me is that gratitude is a very big part of my life, being grateful for what I have. I mean, I'm human, as we all are. I have this sense of gratitude. That's how I was brought up. And the sense to learn and grow more. I don't think that one should ever stop learning, because life is about learning, making mistakes, Absolutely. Growing from them. But I'm also working at Diva, so I'm heading operations and sales there. So that takes a bit of my time, but I do love it because the media and entertainment industry are what I'm passionate about.
Beautiful. So coming to water, water is often described as feminine because it's fluid and powerful. It flows, it adapts, and it endures. And these are qualities that you reflect very beautifully and radiate in the way you carry yourself and conduct yourself. So how do you connect with water, and how do these qualities reflect the journey so far?
I mean, water is what I aim to be.
Okay,
it's
beautiful.
I'll get there, but it's fluid, it's graceful, it doesn't resist, you know. And growing up, I used to sort of resist things or say no to opportunities which actually benefited me. And so what I've learned to do is I've learned to be like water, in the sense that to flow with life, you know, flow into the new opportunities rather than resist them. And yes, challenges come all the time. I mean, what is life without challenges? But you just learn to go through them and continue. Water never stops.
Perfectly said. So now you have traveled, like at a very young age, you have traveled the globe, and not only traveled, you've also lived in many different countries. So if it wouldn't be wrong if I say you're a true global citizen in that sense. But can you share some stories from some of your experiences? You know, maybe some incident touched you and stayed with you.
Right.
So please share some stories with us.
I mean, I feel like I have so many stories to share that I take up all your time.
No, we'd love to hear them.
But I've traveled to over 40 countries.
Wow.
So I've been to a lot of places. I'm very grateful to have done so. I've seen the beauties of life. I've seen people from different walks of life. I've learned about so many different things. But I would say that that's why it's taught me to be so grateful, because, for example, in India, where I'm half Indian, as you know, it's an incredible country. I mean, the culture is amazing. But you also meet people who are not as privileged, who don't have access to water, to food, who don't have shelter over their heads. And so it teaches you how to be grateful. And even going into Denmark, I mean, Denmark has water, but we do have homelessness, right? And so during my time where I did work with charities for homelessness in Denmark, I got to speak with people who were homeless, who had gone through darker walks in life. And it was very enlightening because I had never personally gone through that myself. But learning about it and stepping into their shoes really opened my eyes that gratitude is so important, but also that just talking to people, listening to them is so important, because for them, okay, we have shelters looking after them, but at the end of the day, what they really want is connection and human connection. And I think that's what we all strive for, especially in this digital. Exactly. And a lot of the time, we don't really do that as people. We want to be heard, but we don't listen. So doing that and having those moments with them and listening to their stories, it was impactful for me, but it was nice to see that me listening also had an impact on them. And so that also opened my eyes a little bit too, in that sense.
Yeah, which is what brings me back to my next question, which is, how does winning the crown change the way you see yourself, not just as a woman, but as a voice?
Pageantry is a whole experience. It's very different to modeling in the sense that you have to work on your whole self and so many different aspects of yourself. Modeling, you embody the brand, whereas in pageantry, you work on how to walk, talk, but you also break yourself so many times to get to where you are. And so during that process, I was like a roller coaster because you get a lot of hate that happens. You get a lot of love too. I mean, that's how it is when you're in the public eye. And so it just taught me how to stay resilient and how to keep growing. And through that process, I feel like I became a completely different person. I mean, before pageantry, I was not as confident. If you told me that we were going to do a podcast today, I would not be here.
Fair enough.
I'd say, oh, why me? Or are you sure in front of the cameras? But after that, it really taught me how to conquer my fear and that it's really not that deep. I mean, we're going to mess up. It happens to all of us. So it's how you really get over that, climb over that.
So how did it change the way you see the world now?
Right. How I see the world. In pageantry, I met women from over 70 countries. I think there were 79, 80 contestants. Wow. So they're from all over the world. And I thought, wow, okay. Now I have a friend in each different parts of the world. Exactly. But I learned so much. I mean, for me, I have my own story, but these girls have their own story too. And it shows you that, I mean, we're all at the same point, but for all the girls, they had a different route of getting there. I mean, they struggled, of course, but it's not like mine, and every story is different, right? And that the world's so beautiful. I mean, at the end of the day, we are all the same. We're just human. But yes, now I guess I have a friend in every country, and I've learned so much about these different countries.
What about the way people see you? What
Right.
about the world, the way world looks at you? Are you better heard now?
I do think, yes, it has had an impact in that sense. But I also would say that it's also given me a lot of confidence to use my voice. And confidence plays a big factor in that, of course. But the crown itself, not only does it give you a voice, it's also a lot of responsibility.
Of course.
I mean, you have people looking up to you, all ages. I mean, I was at the competition and I was so nervous because I'd never danced in front of my mom before, more or less a whole live audience, and it's a solo dance.
Yeah.
So I was so nervous. And then one of the national directors came up to me and she said, "Oh, you know, my daughter is rooting for you. She's in UK," and she said, "You're her favorite." And I said,
Wow.
"What?"
What a feeling that must have been.
It was surreal. I didn't even think I had an impact on someone
That deep.
that deep, right? And so it instilled a confidence in me that, okay, I have to do my best because there are people watching me. They believe in me. And so I've got to put my foot out there, conquer my fears, and just do it.
That's true. That's true. And you've been a professional model and already done some incredible work. But the world of glamour can sometimes be quite tough on, the timings, routines with elaborate costumes. So how prominently does hydration figure in your schedule? Do you have a routine you follow?
I mean, hydration is so important to me. But of course, with the hectic schedule, I can be up at 4:30 in the morning, as late as 2 a.m. Timings always vary depending on which event you're going to or anything, really. So I like to stay hydrated. I have a water bottle, which is 1.5 liters. Because for me, if I'm not hydrated, I can't think well. I don't feel like I'm at my best. And so I like to stay hydrated. I always have electrolytes too, because it's so important. You never know, especially in Dubai where it's so hard to get water. You have to go to a store and buy it. I like just have my big bottle.
Handy.
Handy. Yeah.
Tell me, what is the toughest part of a model's journey that no one sees?
I would say it's rejection. A lot of the time, you want to be perfect for the role or a designer, and a lot of time you're not that person for them, and learning how to be okay with rejection and to keep knocking on more doors and knowing that it will open. We get rejected all the time. I mean, I think not just in modeling, but in life. If you're approaching clients or if you're talking to friends or if you're in a relationship, it happens. It's natural. But learning to deal with that is what's important.
Beautiful. I think that's a very honest answer and I appreciate that. So tell me, in the training process, when you're training to become a model, it also involves a lot of honing, polishing and sharpening your personality.
Right.
And now you are training and helping other young boys and girls who aspire to become models under the banner of Diva Talent Production and Events in Dubai. So how does it feel to be on the other side of the table, or the other side of the ramp, I should say, for you?
I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, because you really get to see people grow. I mean, you're working with people who start, they're very shy, they don't want to mess up, they don't want to be rejected. And then just going through the whole process, sort of hand holding them through, but then also putting them in uncomfortable positions as well, because you have to be uncomfortable to really grow, right? So that process is incredible. I love being in front and behind, wherever I can be, as long as it's the media and entertainment space. I love it.
Yeah, it's totally cut out for you. So, but the fashion industry consumes enormous amounts of water. So how do you train these new budding beauty queens to influence more responsible fashion choices?
Right. I would say the most important thing what I would say to them is hydration is very important. And of course, getting water is not that easily available in terms of tap water. So I'd say bring your bottle, always keep it handy. Try not to drink from plastic bottles because it's not great for the environment. And also for yourself. I mean, with plastic bottles in the heat and then drinking it, it releases chemicals, right? So ensuring that, also making more sustainable choices. So in terms of when you're going shopping, are you shopping at brands that are sustainable, or are you shopping at places that aren't? So it's making those conscious decisions when you are in the industry itself.
True. Very nice. So you were born in Denmark and you even represented the country in your pageant. What values from Denmark do you carry with you on the international platform?
So in Denmark, we have this law, and I say law because it's not really a law, but it's called Janderlaw.
Okay.
And it's about equality and treating people like we're all the same. And I personally love it because I don't think you should put people in pedestals below you or too high above you, because then it's not right. You know, everyone has their own sort of lessons or teachings that they can actually bring to the table. I mean, everyone can teach you something. So I think it's important people treat people with respect and be open to learning about them, and not saying, okay, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to say it. But for example, you aren't doing what I do, so why should I treat you fairly, right? Why should I treat you with respect because I've done all these things? I don't believe in that. I think it's important to listen, to be open, to be friendly, because you never know what might happen, what you might learn.
Yeah, so true. And I hope everybody is listening to you on that. But you know, when we talk about Denmark, it paints a beautiful picture in my mind of a clean water haven, which is blessed with underground aquifers as a primary source of good quality drinking water. So coming from such a water privileged environment, how do you view water scarcity?
Right. So when I was younger, I had no clue.
Of course.
Because I was in Denmark, then I was in Dubai for a few years, and then I went to UK, where you can also get water easily from the tap. So it never had really come to mind, and I was blessed in that sense. But of course, with traveling and with moving to UAE, where it's a lot harder to get water, I learned that there is such thing as water scarcity. And so now I read up on it. I'm trying to always learn and see what's happening. But in terms of water scarcity itself, I try to be a lot more water conscious. I mean, sometimes you'll see people drinking and then throwing away the bottle when it's half empty and there's still a bit more. And so
very painful to see that.
Yeah, it's very painful because I love it. My favorite drink is water, right? Yeah. So seeing that hurts me, you know? So I think it's very important to be cautious how much water you're using. I know that also when you have a home, you can see how much water you are using. And if in the UAE especially, you can see whether it's too much water or, right? So being conscious of that is important.
Absolutely. And you're also committed to philanthropy and service to mankind. And usually we've seen that, you know, the beauty pageant holders champion a social cause. So what is it that you hope that people will remember and say that you stood for?
Oh. Wow. Okay. I hope that the mark that I leave on the people that see me or look up to me is one where they feel inspired, not just by what I'm doing, but also for them to take action, right? For example, in Denmark, I focused on homelessness, and that's something that touched me because I also see it in Denmark. I see it a lot in India, where a lot of people are homeless, and so that touched my heart. So I hope the people who are watching me will also look around them, see what they feel passionate about, and where they can help. Because at the end of the day, I don't think life is just about pleasures and joy. I mean, yes, it's amazing, but it's also about service and what mark you can leave on the world. So I'd hope that they'd learn from me to really just continue to serve others and help others. And I hope that I'm remembered as someone who also serves.
Okay.
Yes.
That's nice. Beautiful. So models can also play the role of an influencer. So if you could influence even one person listening to you today to respect water, what would you say to them?
Okay. I'll look at the audience since you're here. My advice for you would be to be fluid like water. Go with the flow. Be open to new opportunities, new experiences. Don't resist. And whatever obstacles come your way, let them flow. And in terms of water scarcity, please, please, please make more sustainable choices. If you drink from a plastic bottle now, I'd recommend buying a bottle so that you can reuse. And that would be my advice to you.
How nice. As I said, you radiate the qualities of water. But now we have a rapid fire round of questions for you. So there's no right and wrong. So don't take stress. Just say whatever comes to your mind. But yes, this one is, what was the last word you said to yourself before stepping onto the pageant stage?
Light. Can I explain that one?
Yes, please.
Okay. So whenever I'm not feeling confident or I'm scared of something, I just imagine this light pouring through and then bring it out to others around me. And that gives me a sense of confidence and pouring that love and good energy out. So that's why I said that. So I would feel that and embody that to others around me.
Wow, that almost sounds healing.
Yes.
Okay, a daily ritual you swear by.
Oh my God. Drinking water. I didn't want to say it.
Thank God. Okay, heels on stage or barefoot on the beach?
A bit of both.
Okay, I'll grant you that. Crown or confidence?
Confidence.
Okay, catwalk or a heartfelt speech?
A heartfelt speech.
Okay, ocean calmness or waterfall drama?
I love the calm and drama, but I would say the ocean.
Okay, and rehearsals or real moments?
Real moments.
Beautiful. Now we have a little something for you. This is for you.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Depend Air Purifier that rewards you for cleaning your own air. Wow.
And thank you so much for this young conversation on Waterlogues. We wish you a life full of success, purpose, as you appreciate, and with more milestones.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. And thank you all for staying connected with Waterlogues. Know your water, love your water. Cheers, guys.